to episode, what is it? We're 114 now of Chalkcast, and we
Ridiculous.
have our biggest episode in a long time. We've got Jamesbot as our special guest, and we have an announcement, James. We're running a LAN.
Yes, we are. We're running another LAN. You know, we got to work together for solo queue, but this event is 1v1s. Really excited for it. And we announced too that not only are we running a 1v1 LAN, but where's it going down, CJ?
It's going down to Shopify HQ, Chalkcast, Shopify Rebellion. We've got the best org in the business. We've got the best podcast Rocket League team in the business. We'll talk about that a bit later on as well. And we also have the best producer in the biz, Jamesbot, who is an experienced campaigner at running some LAN. So I think we've built the dream team to get this thing off the ground.
Yeah, and honestly, when it comes to esports right now, you've got to, and it's kind of always been the case, but you've got to be able to do things with no money or almost no
Yeah,
money.
pretty much.
And so we
almost no money.
Yeah, almost no money. So
because we need your money.
well, we've devised a way to need as little as money as possible. So
Pretty much,
let's
yeah.
like
That's the worst segue. That's the worst segue to say that we need crowdfunding
you know what's
for this.
funny? Well, you know what's funny? The video switcher that we're going to be using for this LAN was purchased for Gold Rush. So the video
Whoa.
switcher we're going to use is the same one. So like
That's cool.
over the years, I've been collecting all the odds and ends and bits, pieces of technology, also learning the things I have to run broadcasts like solo queue. And so this event is going to be the first event. I'm actually just going to produce it myself and also be on the mic. So we are
James,
literally saving money.
You're the Thanos of like Rocket League tournament organizers. Just been collecting bits and pieces. You're like, you know what? I'm just gonna do this myself. You guys are terrible at this. Everybody's making mistakes. I'm just gonna do it all myself. But yeah, we saw your event. I know we talked in the past about like how we could get involved, but then when we saw it and we were like, oh, okay, we really need to. This is Chalkcast written all over it. This is great. Not to say that it's chalked in any way, but it is now.
No,
we
I get what you're saying.
we were super into the event. We're really happy that we're able to collaborate and make it into. I mean, the vision is really simple. So your vision with your tournament Ascension Protocol is to save NA, basically. Do you want to talk about that and explain that?
Yeah. So the whole like I love coming up with names of events and names of things. And so like names mean a lot to me. Words mean a lot to me. And so it's called Ascension Protocol because I wanted to in North America to have something like a system and a goal and a project to become better. And not only like for the players, like I think playing ones is a great way to actually become a better player. Like you look at all the best players in the world, all of them were ones players. You know, they all had the ability to play ones at a high level, and it was a priority for them
as
at
well.
some point in their career. And GarrettG, yeah. Well,
that's what I know.
Didn't play once, yeah. Sorry,
Didn't play much
didn't
once.
mean to sidetrack that.
Right.
No worries.
Yeah, but also
CJ didn't say it.
I play once.
Yeah, I play one.
Oh yeah.
But also the it's also a project for me to also become better. Like I feel like in today's world, as a commentator, if all you do is commentate, you're gonna be in trouble. You've got to be able to do other things. And so this event for me is also an opportunity for me to try running events like this and being able to do things that makes me ascend to the next level in esports in general. Because my goal, my hope is that, you know, when I first announced this, that I would be able to run this tournament, it would get good viewership, I would be able to run it for pennies on the dollar. Because I've also been investing in other things out in my hometown to be able to run events really cheaply. And that's another rabbit hole we could go down. But originally the event was supposed to happen at my studio because I've been slowly building stuff up like that. But yeah, when Johnny and CJ kind of got a hold of it, they're like, there's got to be some way for us to get involved. And because I hit you guys up too, I'm like, hey, are you seeing this thing? Maybe there's a world we can work together. And yeah, we had some back and forth, and eventually it coalesced into what we announced, which I'm super excited to get into the details. But also, like, I want to say this too before we dive in too much. I really like you guys were so good at solo queue. Like working with you and CJ at solo queue was so freaking fun that I'm like, I will take any if these guys are willing to work with me, I will work with them any chance I get. So I'm super excited to be able to work with you guys again on Ascension Protocol.
Yeah, I think the core ethos of Chalkcast is just to do some cool shit, I'd say. So we tried to we try to live up to that, and we saw the opportunity with you. I know that even Garrett joining, he's like, I just want to go on some trips. So I think
Yeah, I was about to say I'm here for the trip. So this is right up my alley.
Yeah, this guy's here for the trip.
Yeah.
So we thought this is an awesome opportunity. So I guess just to get into the details of it, because I'm sure a lot of you have seen the announcement. So yes, that came out yesterday. It was on Reddit and Twitter and stuff like that. But we are running an 8-person 1v1 LAN. It was originally, James, for you, it was going to be an all North America edition Chalkcast. We've come in and said, let's make this thing international. Let's make this thing a little bit bigger. It's going to be live at Shopify HQ. We're going to have region-locked qualifiers for OCE, APAC, SSA, and Europe. So there's going to be 1 spot each, and then 4 North Americans. So it's kind of like North America versus the world, if you want to put it that way. We're going to try and frame it at least that way at the LAN, have a bit of fun with that, and run some region-locked qualifiers. So if you are not from that region, you cannot compete. And we make the rules. So that's the best part about...
Yeah, we get to determine it. You can make your case before Judge CJ, and he will say, you know what? No. Or yes.
Yeah, just try and convince me. You've got to convince me that you're from that region. Otherwise, you're getting the boot. You're getting the boot. But yeah, I mean, it feels like a way to, I guess, amplify it a little bit. And Shopify, once again, best org in the business. We're keen to hop on board, and for them, it's a great way to showcase, I guess, their venue, their Shopify headquarters in Toronto, which is. It's going to be sick. It's going to be awesome to get out there. So it's all come together pretty quick. We've been cooking behind the scenes. We didn't do a live app last week either, because we knew we had this to announce and go live with you. Yeah. But I know the captain's keen to play. I think maybe me be the captain in a 1v1. Called him out on the announcement tweet.
Oh yeah, I forgot to reply to that. What is that about? I mean, what is the 1v1 about? Huh?
Well, I think we should 1v1 when we're over there.
All right. I mean, what's on the...
All right, are we getting
into these random matches all of a sudden?
Yeah. You do get into these. Are you going to practice?
Wait, what did you tweet exactly, CJ, so everybody can...
I just said 1v1 me in Toronto at Garrett and just added him. Like I just...
you just added him and said...
I'm there. I'm there.
Yeah, you are
Garrett
there.
didn't know what to reply.
There, so...
I keep finding myself in lose-lose situations. I feel like, like...
I don't know. I feel like if you thump CJCJ, that's a win. I feel like that's a win.
It's a win.
Yeah.
But me and that's right. Me and CJ are the same.
Yeah,
we are the same.
Then you could just be like, if he ever talks trash to you, you could be like, you remember when I smoked you so badly in Toronto? Just be quiet.
Well, like the problem is that I feel like if I win, I'm not gonna sit there and rag on CJ. But if CJ wins, I'm never gonna hear the end of it. Every single episode.
You better be careful, bro.
You just gotta bring it up.
You gotta pull up ready then.
I'm gonna have to hit some ones.
Yeah, I mean,
you've been playing the game.
Yeah.
Have you been playing? Oh, you have the OCE ones. Who are you finding in the ones queues?
Banana Head every game. We're going hard. He's boot camping at the moment. He had to go away, so he stopped our scrims. But I'll hit him up when we get back for sure.
Oh, okay.
So apart from Garrett's 1v1 against CJ, you have also the other recent announcement that we'll talk about later, but we are going to mention it, is the Chalked versus First Touch rematch in Rally. They've announced that. And a bunch of people are atting me about this in particular, so I'm just going to start with this and say I'm not playing. Like, people are atting me and saying, Johnny, you said you're not going to be there. What's going on? You lied to us again, because I lied when we were going to LA.
I even asked you that. I'm like, what? Are you going?
That would be difficult.
So I'm not going. Like, I'm not lying. I'm actually not going. I didn't get hired to cast this LAN, and because of that, don't have a way to go. So I'm not playing. But I mean, it's not going to be an issue because we got Garrett as an upgrade, so they can probably 2v3 anyway. But yeah, you guys are going to need to figure that out. I'm not playing, not lying. I promise you, all of you, people are angry and saying that they got baited, shame on me and all this stuff. I'm like, no, you didn't get baited. I'm actually not going. I'm going to be in England, view partying with Cole Stumpy and Shogun. We're just going to be chilling. So I'm not playing.
Set this up, and it's going to be tough because we said we're all not there. So we're going to have to work something out for that. But Yeah, we'll dive into
Rizzo's
that.
busy as well. It's got like one of his 10 family weddings of the year
Yeah, he's
going
like
on
60
around about then.
coming.
So yeah, he's not playing. I don't think he'd play anyway. So yeah, we're 100% need to figure something out there. But I just wanted to say that before I forget.
Yep.
No, not going to be there. Not playing. Not going to be casting. Not in Rally. I'm not going to be in America. So yeah, that's that. But yeah, we'll talk about that in detail later. Just wanted to briefly cover that.
Yeah, just
Garrett's
put that
other
off the rip.
lose scenario that he was referring to. But yeah, back to Ascension Protocol. So yeah, the NA thing we heard Jamesbot's vision, and then it reminded us. This is why we got the Shopify like kind of synergy idea. I was like, you know what this reminds me of? CJ, you came to me and Rizzo in the off season about Shopify wanting to do the exact same thing, save North America, put something on in the off season, give NA another reason to play, and that's what Armed Rebels ended up being. Just something, because NA historically has kind of had a reputation, or NA players have had a reputation of not playing in the smaller events. So encouraging them to do that is a big deal. Hopefully the players do show an interest. They have so far. Hopefully they continue to show an interest in this. But the other synergy there, apart from Shopify, is that OCE, APAC, SSA, they all want to do the same thing. We're all trying to regain. They're all trying to improve to battle international competition to a higher level. So that was a natural integration. That was just and well, no, it's actually difficult in execution, but it was easy conceptually to put those two together.
On quick
We'll see if we can pull
timelines.
it off.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna do our best. Like it is
are.
possible that we fail, but you
Yeah.
can't be afraid
We
of
tried.
failing. You gotta be willing to suck in order to be great. But it originally started too with CJ. We were thinking, oh, let's add OCE. Like you rep OCE,
yeah.
let's add OCE, and it slowly evolved into that more global approach. Also, I will say too, there has been some people like responding on Twitter saying, "What? You're not doing Sam and Mina? You're not doing
Yeah,
Sam and
which is
Mina?"
fair.
And
Fair
it's like
question.
it's a fair point, but it's also like you realize we are running on like peanuts over here, right? We are not a
We're
big
also jamming
organization.
it like straight
I
after
am
the
literally-
major, in between that and
Yeah,
EWC.
But
like there's
the other issue is visas. So for North, it's not just USA, Canada as well. If you can't get an ETA, which is like the what is it, the visa exemption
Yes.
to travel, then it could be very touch and go whether you can make it. And as far as we're aware, all of the top competitive players in MENA and all of the top competitive players for 1v1 in SAM would not be able to travel with one of those. So basically, we would not have a backup. Like all the players who
there's
would
many
be
reasons.
eligible to qualify would not be able to go in the event that a visa doesn't make it in time. Whereas for APAC, SSA, and OCE, that's not the case. There are like top tier nations in those regions who can travel without a visa to Canada. They can travel on an ETA, the
and
visa exception.
the other big one, I guess, is I think a lot of people have forgotten, but this season there are last chance qualifiers. There's no dates confirmed for those, but we're trying to kind of work around those. So you're going to have 4 different regions competing in last chance qualifiers throughout July into August as well.
Likely
So,
MENA and SAM in there somewhere.
MENA and SAM will be 2 of the regions. It'll be NA, Europe, MENA, and SAM. So we had to be conscious of that as well. So it
MENA, SAM also have RLCS.
It couldn't work out for all 4 regions, basically. We couldn't have all 4 last chance qual regions going to this event because those guys will want to be competing if you win. And that's kind of the problem is if we run a qualifier, which is going to be after the major and it's 2 weeks until the event, we need to make sure that the winner gets visas. And it'd look bad if we ran a MENA qualifier, someone wins, and either there's a last chance qualifier that clashes, they can't play, or we can't get them visas in time. And then we have to find someone else. But everyone that competes pretty much from the MENA region needs a special visitor visa for Canada. They can't just enter under the ESTA or the ETA program. So that'd be pretty difficult. But we do want to include MENA and SAM next time. It's just we kind of ran this last minute. Like this is off the ground.
It's the dream.
Really
It's the dream. And I think if this is successful, I think it makes it where that's the logical next step is to be able to do something that is truly global that supports all the regions. But like I said before, when you're a tournament organizer, like this is the biggest event that I felt like I could handle right now. Like this is as well, So I definitely don't have any I love Sam, I love Mina, but like it was for us a stretch to even include SSA and APAC. That was our stretch, right? And a lot of people were like, why instead of including SSA and APAC, why didn't you include Mina and Sam? That's a fair question, but like I was explaining before, the whole idea of Ascension Protocol is kind of like an improvement arc, right? For us, the one we wanted from a simple narrative standpoint, and like I'll say it, you can flame me if you want, but to me, with the results of RLCS, EU is the undisputed #1 region in the world when it comes to Rocket League. So
Boo.
yeah, whatever. You can hate me if you want. You can make the arguments, whatever. But the player from Europe kind of represents the kingpin that all of the regions that need to improve want to take down. And so that's kind of, and also when we were originally planning CJCJ as the OCE rep, we're like, we have to include OCE. We have to include OCE.
Yeah, 6
And
NA
so,
and then OC and EU was the original kind of plan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
so,
we
but
thought,
then,
you know what, I think we need to challenge ourselves here to extend to APAC and SSA as well. So it's like, it's a bold decision. We'll see if it works out for us.
We'll see.
But yeah, we're hoping that we can pull it off. I mean, we're going to be, investing a lot of our time, and we're committing a lot of our resources to this, from Jamesbot in particular. But yeah, all of us are gonna give everything. Shopify a ton, so you can't thank them enough as well. But yeah, you guys can help at
need help.
jamesbot.net
yes.
/shop. We
Where's
do
the
have
command?
a couple of things for you guys that you can purchase related to the event, which will all directly support the event. Every penny that is made from the shop will go to the event, and if we make too much money, what a great problem that would be. We'll just put it into the next one. We're not gonna. Yeah, we'll have more. We'll have more. We can be more ambitious next time.
That's
so
a good problem.
hoping
That's
that we
a
have that
very good
issue.
problem
So
that we would like to have.
and I'd love to spiel a little bit on this as well. So right as it
Yes.
stands right now, with all the commitments that we've made, we are going to be losing money. We did
Yeah.
the calculation of
We're good at that,
all right, well,
Shotcast. We've got a great episode on that in our Patreon. Actually, our year-end review financially was not very good last year. But yeah,
we're prepared to lose some money.
we're experts.
Yeah. But anyway, that's kind of where we came up with this calculation. So there's a few things on the shop. So if you are familiar as well with some of the Gold Rush events in the past that we were part of, Johnny, you were out for the first ever Gold Rush, but we have some items. So there will be some items for sale, like T-shirt, poster. Those are not up on the shop yet, but they will be. And also there will be some custom items. Like in the past, we sold signed hard hat, signed pigeon topper. We're going to be doing stuff like that. Right now, the leading idea I have is a signed hockey puck and a signed bottle of maple syrup, since we're doing it in Canada. But those are like those premium items that are kind of like, the collector things. But we also, the big one that we're really hoping to sell out of is our community sponsorships. We kind of looked at the whole budget of the event and said, if we can sell 150 of these community sponsorships, we will probably not lose money. We'll probably not lose money. No guarantees, because if Guardians come along, that complicates things with flight expenses and things like that. But yeah, the community sponsorship, if you buy it, it's $50. We're trying to sell 150. It gets your name in the end credits. You also fill out the title as well. So it's like the title that and then your name. So we've sold 3 of them so far. So we're almost there.
Yeah, you can all be in the credits of that. Wait, CJ, did you just get timed out in your own chat?
I guess it came through in
think-
Garrett's chat.
I think it was
Can you just
mine.
mod me
I
in
think
your
it was
chat or
mine.
something, Garrett? What's going on there? I mean,
the joint chat.
the
We're
joint
not.
chat just cooked me there. Are you serious?
Wait, will it
Nah.
work for commands as well, or is a
Sure.
command gonna get timed out? Okay, Nightbot's
CJCJ is banned in this channel. What?
Nightbot is king apparently. Nightbot is just ruling over all of the
because I'm timed out for
bans.
600 seconds. How I got cooked.
That's
There you go.
hilarious. But yeah,
Alright, I gotcha.
if you are wondering how you can support the scene, how you can support like the NA scene, the one scene, the community tournament scene, Jamesbot Shotcast, any of the above or all of the above, that's a great place to do it. Because yeah, we're gonna try and make this as big and as cool as possible, and that's already seen a lot of love from the community, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And if
but
we make
we'll
more
be
money
talking about it a
too,
lot.
we'll buy more stuff to make the LAN better. Right.
That's right.
Like there's like small things like one of the ideas that we were talking about was being live on every channel. And so like maybe we'll design the tournament because we still haven't publicly announced what the LAN format is going to be. But we're still working on that, but it's likely going to incorporate all of our channels except for maybe the last day once things start winding down. But we could do IRL streams, but in order to do IRL streams, like that requires getting some equipment. And so like if we end up like things go well financially, we will buy more stuff to make the LAN event better. That's the goal. Because like I said before, I'm using the video switcher from the first Gold Rush. Like it's about getting the pieces and for the next event, so that that investment's already been made. You can use anything to keep getting more stuff.
Yeah, that's
Like
so
this headset right here is a Gold Rush 1 headset, for instance.
Is it really?
You'll be able
Yeah,
to see where your
yeah,
money's
yeah.
going, that's for sure. Jamesbot.net/shop. If you guys want to jump on that community sponsorship, that's the big one. That'll get your name in the credits, and if you want to write a little message in there, we can read it out as well. So really appreciate that. That's the big one we want to push. Just basically, yeah. If you guys want to see more, we like doing cool shit. We want to do it more. I think we've got the A team here where we've kind of got all bases covered. And we've got Captain, who's just going to be able to really be the eye candy for us.
He's the pretty face.
He's the eye candy for us at the moment, getting the captain there. So yeah, James.
Yeah, I'm just observing.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I'll be there. I'll be there.
So we're going to push that over the next, I guess, obviously we have the major, but over the next month up until the event on our streams, we'll be pushing the LAN, and for you guys to jump on there. And if you guys just want to donate, if you're feeling spicy, we've also got Jamesbot.net/begging, which is James's link for that. That'll directly go towards the event as well. And yeah, it kind of just depends how big this thing goes in terms of crowdfunding, because we're like, the beauty of this is we don't really have anyone else we don't have, someone pulling the strings. Like we're kind of doing anything. So if this goes absolutely bananas, we can do pretty much whatever we want. So
there's no one telling us what to do.
Yeah, we might be able to send out some people late, but it just right now, as James said, we're in the negative for sure. Like we're investing in this, but we'd love to be able to make this a consistent thing and not run out of money. So it is. I think we realized, man, 3v3s must be expensive to run a 3v3 LAN.
Dude, I know, right?
Doing the numbers, like once you do all the accommodation stuff like that, you're like, oh,
a 4-team LAN is super expensive.
8 players? That's like not even
free.
3 Rocket League teams. And we're like, wow, this is expensive.
And I do wanna thank a couple people though. Like Vacanus has been a huge supporter. Actually, we had. Yeah,
yes.
I had 3 premier community sponsorship packages available, it was $500. If you buy it, you get a 30-second commercial for LAN. And so
what a bargain, by the way. What's a great deal.
Well, I thought it was a good deal. He bought all of them.
Yeah, he thought it was a good deal.
Well, we're sold out. Can we get some more of those bad boys?
No, that's against. No, the way I feel like there needs to be scarcity. When I put up a quantity, that's how much it is. That's what it is.
Okay, so that's what it is. It stays there.
I'm not gonna.
Yeah, that's totally
fair. We sold 2 more community sponsorships, guys. You're absolutely killing it, and we are.
What?
The stock
I'm
is
getting
running
emails
out
right now. Actually,
stock is running out. Stock is running out.
That's incredible.
Buy the dip. Buy the dip. It's cheap. $50.
Okay. I want to say this as well. This event and this like collaboration, like you guys Chalkcast working with me, has been a little bit in the works since like solo queue, like after solo queue, and I'm hoping that there's a possibility or a world where maybe this is the first of many events that we can run together. So investing in an event like this, if you like this type of thing, then we're getting the equipment to hopefully this is not going to be the only thing we do. Like there's an off season coming up. That's a perfect opportunity to maybe do something again. So if this event really slaps and we learn a lot, we have a lot of equipment to make the next one better, I think people shouldn't be surprised if we run it back in some way. Maybe a different format.
Yeah,
maybe
that's
2s,
the plan.
maybe 3s.
Yeah, we just like to fill the gaps. I mean, the beauty of this is that we can change the next one to whatever the community is lacking, whatever people are talking about, and just start making cool events. I mean, it's always been it's been a really fun thing to be a part of in the past. Jamesbot's been involved in the very early days, Gold Rush 2, solo queue last year kind of reminded me of that. It was really fun to just have that in the community, because I mean, it's a lot of work goes into these, and yeah, hopefully you guys will like the content. Somebody asking, will the VIP tickets include flights and economy? The answer to that's no.
No.
That would
for
not
$1,500, that wouldn't even cover that.
It wouldn't cover it. So no.
The thought behind the VIP tickets. So I've drawn a lot of inspiration from Beyond the Summit, the way that they do things. We'll probably steal even more ideas from them in the future. But the goal is basically, to have offerings that is valuable enough for people who are in a position to be able to afford it and support the event, to where they're like, yeah, this is great, this is good. Because there are people out there, who can be like, $1,500 for this VIP ticket. This is going to be a worth it experience for me. Because sometimes people drop like $7,000 to go to vacation in Italy and stuff. Like there's some crazy people out there. So that the idea is, it's these types of experiences or tickets. The VIP tickets being $1,500 is just, hopefully there's someone out there that is in a position to be able to help the event. It's basically sponsoring the event in a way, and then you get something out of it.
Yeah, and that's
it's like going to be very different from a regular Rocket League event though, because it's not in a big arena. It's not the same huge stage or anything. It's going to be more like Gold Rush, more like Beyond the Summit, that kind of vibe, which is a really cool vibe. It's one of my
way more
favorite.
personal. It's way
Very
more
personal, yeah.
way more personal.
Yeah,
A lot more comfortable. I feel like you get a lot out of the pros who would otherwise not really say much. And Garrett, you're the winner of the only LAN for Beyond the Summit that ever happened in Rocket League.
Yeah, that was
COVID
fun.
robbed us of another one. How was that experience as a player versus other like regular LANs for you?
I mean, honestly, the Mafia was the most fun part. That was the first time I ever played that. That was
really
fun.
good.
No, it was good because I liked how it was still a serious event. And I think at the time, that was one of the first ever events where we had a practice room. So that alone was sick to me. I don't know why.
I do
Having your
remember
own.
that. Yeah,
that
I do
that
remember
might have
that.
been the first time. But I thought it was
That's
cool.
crazy.
I think it was a good start to our team at the time too, because it was like
Yeah.
it
We could
helped
win
us.
something.
Yeah, it helped us break the final thing. 'Cause there's no crowd, so I think that helped a good bit. But it was really fun. That and the second, I wasn't invited to the first Gold Rush, unfortunately, but I was too young. But the second Gold Rush was
Gibbs
also a
really
lot of fun.
hated you. He was like, you better not invite Garrett. Him
That what
on
he
Vex
said.
Gaming, they stink. They stink.
That's crazy. Wait,
No, I'm
what?
just
It
kidding.
was Explorer. That's so random.
Sorry, I had to bring up the famous Gibbs GarrettG
did say
hate.
that.
I feel like there was
Dude.
early beef there.
Out of nowhere,
was-
yeah.
it was my whole team.
Season.
It
It
was
was season 1, right? In the very
Yeah,
It
he
was-
called them
yeah,
a tier
so-
3 team.
Well, we qualified out of nowhere. So he
Yeah.
said the gap, and before we qualified, he said the gap. We were seated 9th in the power rankings. He said the gap between us and 8th place. He said that if you stood on top of the Eiffel Tower and saw the curvature of the Earth, we were beyond the curvature of the Earth, and that's how far away we were from 8th place. And then we qualified anyway.
That's so savage. I don't remember
really
that.
good.
Yeah,
That's
and
really
then we
good.
made it
That's
anyway.
crazy.
And then even years later, when our first LAN match at season 5, he said that Justin had only played in his bedroom, so he expected him not to be
I
good or
remember
something
that.
like
He said
that.
that. He said
He's
he
like
was- he
dreaming
said
he was
in
like,
his
what?
bedroom or something.
Bro,
He's a
we were
legend in
in
his
we were
bedroom.
in the arena. We were in the arena listening
Yeah.
because you can hear the desk, and
Yeah.
we heard that and we were like, what? Like, and then we went and won the match. And I was like, thank God. I was like, what is
That's
he
so
on
funny.
on
He said
about?
he's a legend in the bedroom, I think. Which is
Yeah, I
hilarious.
do remember that
That's
quote.
what it
A
was.
legend in the
Yeah.
bedroom.
We were
That's
like,
sick.
wait, we're like, what?
Yeah, screw you, Gibbs. Man. What the generational
Yeah,
hate on
well.
the captain is not what we want.
I don't know. I mean, it's funny because I never hated Gibbs for it though. I don't know why, because it was Gibbs saying it. Like it was just like, all right. Gibbs was just such a funny dude to me. He was the first player I idolized too.
And then he just
I did
shat
watch
on you
the
and
Gibbs
you-
1v1s.
Yeah, that was the first time I got top 100. I had the Gibbs hard hat on, and then 3
Really?
months later, he's talking trash about my team.
That's
What
Halo
an
2
asshole.
Gibbs. Yeah, that's it. He might have just come straight off that Halo 2
Priceless.
LAN where he just beat a. He might have just.
Wait,
Oh.
Garrett, do you remember who was number 8 in his power rankings when you were number 9? Do you remember what team it was?
No, but there's 100% a Reddit post because we beat someone out that we shouldn't have. I think to make it.
Maybe I'm just remembering things. Maybe I'm trying to maybe my brain is revised history to make to be smart in my own head. But I swear I thought you guys were pretty good back then. I thought coming in that you guys were a pretty good team. You were
Who was your team? Were you teaming with J-Raw and who else was it back
It was
then?
me.
Turtle.
Honestly, making that first season league play was so random. I had literally just got top 100 for the first time 2 months before that. But
Wait,
it was
so
me.
maybe after that you became good. 'Cause you
We
did really
we
well.
got
in
good
community
really quick.
tournaments. Ah,
Yeah,
okay,
so we
maybe you were.
qualified,
Okay.
and also Turtle carried my ass. I'm not gonna lie. In the lower bracket,
Yeah.
I was terrible. And it was best of 3 at the time. And Turtle went crazy. We beat Lethemir, Corrupted G, and I can't remember. They had a third. I can't remember. but we shouldn't have. It was bad. And and then the next week we were the first NA team to beat iBuyPower in a Rocket League. What were they called?
That's crazy.
Rocket Royale.
Yeah, Rocket
Yeah,
Royale.
because you did do quite well in those other tournaments outside of
But
RLCS.
before that, we were not good, and it was
Okay,
very
so before
random
that you were
we made
okay.
it. Yeah.
All right. So Gibbs isn't way off with like.
No,
his
he wasn't way off.
analysis.
Don't
He's
make you heroes.
super
It was
harsh.
also I had subbed in. It was like right at the end of iBuyPower with Gibbs. I had subbed in with them and played you guys. I don't know if you remember, Garrett. We played you guys. It was me, Crow, and Gibbs, and we played you. And I think it was a qualifier for one of the Rocket Royales. And we
Really, I
beat
don't
you
remember that
guys.
at all.
Yeah. And
I don't
was
remember
James's
that.
so after that,
formative memory.
Gibbs was like, "Oh my gosh, these guys stink." And I was
That's
like,
crazy.
"Gibbs,
I feel like Gibbs was pro 3 months before that. Why is he acting like he had never played before?
Gibbs is
That's
so
insane.
toxic. I
don't
never
know.
realized
Yeah,
how
what-
toxic Gibbs
Gibbs
is. Like this is
Toxic.
No, Gibbs is
Okay,
toxic.
I'm
as
also
we remember.
he made those he probably didn't say those exact words either.
No, I mean, after hearing what he did to
He
that
might
kid in the
have
Halo
though.
event, he definitely
Yeah,
said
the
something
Halo,
like that.
Yeah, he
He's a
does
savage.
not care who he
That's crazy.
plays. I
The
mean,
true
it
colours.
just it's true. Yeah. The
Also,
true
guys,
colours
I
come
will
out.
say that these I'm getting emails. These things are flying off the shelf. I think
Wait, really?
in the past few minutes
We've
we've
had
sold like
7.
6.
We've had 7 so
Oh
Seven.
far.
my days! Wait,
7.
they're
It's
actually a
flying off the
scarcity
shelf,
all of a
so
sudden.
This is amazing. Thank
Get
you.
them while they're hot.
Yeah,
That's great.
I
No,
think as well you can put your money in esports as well to a lot of different places and it goes into the abyss. But this is actually a good. We can look. Obviously, we're biased, but this is a great place to put your money. If you guys want events like this, and I know that there's been some comments for a couple like, oh, like I'm not the biggest fan of 1v1. This tournament is not just going to be about the 1v, like the tournament itself as well. As we said, it's going to be BTS style. It's going to be super
Content.
fun. We're going to have just content flying off the shelf. So that's kind of the fact that we're running this ourselves. We can kind of do what we want with it. Just means that we can have as much fun as possible, and that's pretty much our aim. We want to have as much fun as possible, which hopefully means you guys watching have fun as well. Because yeah, this is going to be really cool. And hopefully we can do more of these. So if you guys can get on there, jamesbot.net/shop, community sponsorship, that's the big one. If we can cover those, if we can sell out of community sponsorships, we can go beautiful. We've covered our bases, and then I guess the sky's the limit from there. We can
Yeah,
what we
we
want,
we
but-
might
Then
even
we
be
can
able
start-
to take that money we were willing to lose and buy more stuff and go in the red for a better
Go in the
reason.
red
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, just because we're like, well, we were ready to. It's like
Well, guys,
put it
we
all
were
on.
we were in the green for a very short time
Yeah.
window.
Yeah,
now
we
we're in the
can
red.
go back in the red. And let us know if there's anything, if you guys are watching on YouTube or even in the live stream, if there's anything in particular you think maybe could be a goal for this event that we could maybe promote. We haven't really
Yes,
discussed.
That's a great shout.
We want to
specific
see
goals,
what
yeah.
kind of content. We also will have like the plan is to get like the event, the actual tournament will be on Saturday and Sunday, but we're looking to get everybody out there on Thursday, I believe,
Yep.
and then so Friday would be like a setup media / content day. So there's a whole day where we can just be making content and be trying to get you guys all of the interactions you want to see between the players and
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
other
like you want to see
personalities there.
Garrett do
all that kind
one
of stuff.
shoey per hour or something of stream. We can
I
make
am
that
not
happen.
gonna. I'm
if
not gonna
there's-
support that.
Oh,
I don't know if we
Drinking
can
stuff
support,
out of
I
a
don't know if that's
shoe is
allowed on.
awful. I don't want Garrett to get worms.
all
or
right. James
something.
does a
Oh,
shoey.
Oh,
Oh,
New-
James, I've
new
already
goal.
done 2 this month, man.
New
I've already
goal.
done 2 this month.
Okay,
You've
James
done
Bot-
two?
goal. We sell out. James
You
does a
go.
shoey.
I don't think I could do it.
Are
don't think I
you
could do
not
it. I'm a
committed to this
sissy,
cause,
man.
James?
I'm committed. Like maybe if you can come up with some really compelling reason, but I don't know. It sounds so disgusting to
think you just
drink
need to
something
lock
out of my
in.
shoe. I'm
Listen,
gonna
you
get
do it
sick.
and it's over with, you know?
It just
You
has
do
to
it.
lock
it's
in.
over.
Yeah.
It honestly, it
keep a
just
nice
tastes like
shoe.
beer. It just tastes like beer. It's like it literally.
Yeah,
It's
except
just
laced
beer.
with foot fungus. I play hockey with bare feet. My
Oh,
feet
don't
are
do it.
disgusting.
Okay, maybe pick your shoes wisely, but it's not. It just tastes like it just tastes like beer. I thought it was beer. Honestly, it wasn't that. Wasn't that
Anyway,
different.
look, it doesn't have to be a
but yeah,
shoe. We'll
content.
figure
Yeah,
out some.
I
some
did.
big
I did
goals.
want to say something too along your lines, CJ, as well. Like, if people want to see some items, so like, there, do you ever do links with your episode? I could link to the old Gold Rush shop.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Mhm.
There's I'll put it in the chat right here, real quick, in 1 second. I'll probably get banned for it. So you'll have to.
Yeah, somebody's chat's about to ban you
excuse
here,
me.
so we'll have to copy
I
it.
can
gonna put
maybe
it in
permit you. You go,
CJ's
Jamesbot,
chat.
go.
Yes, that is. Or no, it's on my Twitch is just Jamesbot.
I thought so.
All right. Yep. All right. So this is the link. This is like all the products that we've had, or the crowdfunding stuff that we've had before. Hopefully that sends. My computer's so slow.
Okay.
But we'll probably be doing a lot of the same stuff as that. We'll have these like
Ooh.
specific items that are available for sale. So this is what I'm gonna, we're probably gonna be doing something like this. But if people have ideas of other stuff that they want to see us do, whether it's like products for the shop, offerings, content ideas, I'm 100% open to it. I actually have a new business phone number that I'm going to give out. People can literally call me on the phone if they want. Or you can
That's
email.
sick.
I could go get the phone number right now. I could go get if you want me to. It's upstairs.
Hey, it's more like if you want to, by the sounds of things. Do you want Chalkcast viewers to be calling you with the worst
I honestly will
ideas
pick up if
imaginable?
I'm in a spot. I'm not even kidding.
Hey, go get
This
the
guy
phone.
is
just the
committed.
all right.
Sounds
All
like
right.
a
Let me
great
go
idea.
get it. I'll go
Yeah,
get the phone.
You're gonna get phone calls, bro. Like
He's
the
gonna
worst
get phone-
ideas of all time.
So
You guys better be giving James the worst ideas ever to make him regret this decision. Honestly, if you all call him, don't tell him when we get back, but if you all call him and just tell him that there needs to be a shoey goal for him to do a shoey,
be so
and
funny.
that's all of you want to see. You'll absolutely hate it. So I think we should focus in on that. If I have one request to you guys.
So these are the gold rushes throwing it up on stream. So if you guys want to see something similar to this, let us know. I know everyone's calling for some Chalkcast merch, so we might have to get something cooking
It
as
might be
well
time.
with some
Might be time.
Chalkcast merch to put it towards the event. But yeah, you can see there if you guys well, he's done it before, James, with Gold Rush too. If they want to support the event, from ways with caps, tees, hood as well. So we'll cook something like that.
I got the phone, but I forget how to check what number it is.
Oh, you don't know your own number?
I don't know. So the reason
If
I
you
have
call
this
your
phone
other
is because
phone, you'll see it. Call your
Well,
actual phone, and
no.
then you'll see the
Oh,
phone
that's
number
a
calling.
great idea. That's
There you go.
genius. So the reason I have this phone is because it makes my internet cheaper. They said if you get the cell phone mobile package, it will make your internet cheaper.
Wait, that's a
Like
good
it'll
deal.
make everything cheaper. So I'm like, sure, why not?
All right, so phone number coming up, Jamesbot business phone for all of the sponsorships, all of the extremely serious Shotcast
Yeah,
viewers
business
who want to make
inquiries.
business ideas for our upcoming Ascension Protocol LAN. In a month, by the way. I don't know. Did we even see the date yet? Say
Oh
the date
yeah, I don't think
yet?
we've said the
Maybe
day.
we did.
We're
It's in a
turning this
month.
around quick.
Yeah, it's in a month,
yeah,
so it's
LAN
going to be on the
18th to
19th,
20th.
20th, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, 18th is a content/media day, so there'll probably be something, a lot going on that day. 19th and 20th of July is the actual LAN.
2 weeks after
2
the
weeks
major.
after the major, and then, or no, 3 weeks after the major. Sorry, 2 weeks after, or the immediate week after the major is when we're gonna have qualifiers
Oh,
for
yeah,
this.
yeah.
So if you want to catch the qualifiers for all the other regions except NA, that will be on the 5th and 6th of July. And then the 19th, 20th of July will be the LAN. So it's in 1 month. It's right after the major, before Esports World Cup. A nice little gap in the calendar there. There's going to be last chance quals going on. It's going to be busy, actually. It's going to be a lot, which is cool for Rocket League. So I feel like last year it was kind of dead between Major 2 and Worlds. Not going to be the case this time around. And the only other dates you need to remember are actually this week and next week, I believe. Maybe even the week after that. James can confirm. When's the last week for the North American quals? The ladder, because NA's got its own ladder system.
Oh, the last
qualify.
ladder. Yeah. So the North American system is a little bit different because originally I was planning on just doing only North America,
NA,
but the ladder play it ends on July 10th, and then our playoffs are July 12 and 13.
Okay, so we've got all of the international qualifiers, and then the week after we've got NA, and then the week after we've got the LAN, which is perfect.
Also, I have the number. I literally just activated the phone a little bit, and I don't know if I did everything right. So, you it might not go through at the moment, but you can leave me a message. The number is 1-616-340-1436. You can give me a call.
I hope you've not just doxed yourself,
Dude,
somewhere.
no,
I really hope that turns
I
out
don't
okay. The fact
really
you've done
Good
that.
luck. Good luck.
I love that you've also just turned this into a viewer call-in episode. That's all it's going to be. Maybe you might want to put that on silent for now.
No, but look, we're cooking. We've got the quals. If you guys want to compete in the quals as well for those regions,
It's my business line.
true.
That's what I'm going to include on ads, you know?
yeah, true.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean,
Okay, that makes more sense.
but
Yeah,
yeah.
all of the EU, SSA, APAC, and OCE, you can sign up. There will be an open qualifier day
If
on the
you're from that
Saturdays,
region.
and then only from that region. We're going to be booting all the cringe Europeans who sign up for the wrong region. You guys are getting deleted. And if anybody like tries to sneak into the wrong qualifier, since we can just do or we can do it our own way here, like there will be repercussions. We're not just going to be if somebody tries to sneak into the wrong qual and then we catch them. They're not just going to then go sign up to EU and be like, okay, you caught me, I'll play Europe. No, they're not playing anything.
blacklisted.
Like, get out. We don't want you. Honestly, maybe we need to consider blacklisting all of the players who have just been signing up for the wrong region. Maybe there needs to be a community, a kind of
Initiative.
effort to create drawbacks for playing in the wrong region, since RLCS are kind of not really doing that right now. Maybe we can do that, but yeah, we're only a small tournament. I don't know if all those players would really care anyway.
Yeah, this is if you guys can show support to this, then when it does come into the esports winter of post worlds, you look for another event. Hopefully, we can run something else as well. So if this goes well, as James said, this is hopefully a stepping stone to bigger things. So then we can include Sam and Mina. We can maybe do I don't want to say 3v3. I shudder at the thought of the cost
We could
of a 3.
maybe do 2v2 first. Maybe
maybe
2v2 is the next jump.
but yeah, hopefully if you guys can support this, the event goes well, we can run it back, and we would love to run it as many times as we possibly can, whilst not going into too much of a hole money-wise.
The deep red.
Yeah,
don't
the
wanna go
deep red. We're happy to go into the red temporarily, and then hit the green, and then go into the red again if we can.
Back into the red again.
Yeah, we do enjoy the red, but we would like to touch the green if we could. So, Jamesbot.net/shop. If you guys just want to donate directly, if you're feeling spicy, and only if you have the money to be able to do it, Jamesbot.net/begging is his donation link that goes directly towards this event and future events as well. So, I guess that's kind of the tournament itself.
The community sponsorships are flying off the shelf. It's sick because this is where the moment where everybody realizes that for the same cost as 10 gifted, you can just support a Rocket League
Get your
tournament
name in
instead
history.
of getting emotes and a streamer to say thank you. Maybe
yeah, or like playing twos with Garrett. You could.
Yeah. What are you roasting Garrett for, bro? What has he done to deserve that one?
I don't know. I just thought I'd throw it out there. Instead of playing twos with the captain, you can come see the captain 1v1 me on LAN. That's what everyone really wants to see. Is the 1v1.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
Viewership's gonna go up.
Yeah,
It's gonna
viewership
spike.
through the roof. We're going big. But yeah, that's look. We're gonna spend the whole episode on it. So that's the announcement. We'll drop links in for you guys watching on YouTube. If you're listening on Spotify, maybe just search it up yourself. Jamesbot.net/shop.
Go look for the YouTube video. You'll find all the links in there, all the relevant links.
Exclamation mark
on
LAN
the
as well.
Let us know in the Chalkcast Discord other content you want us to be making around the event, and what other content you'd like to see on the Patreon around the event. And just gonna put it out there. If you guys say more ranked 3v3 from the boys, then hope you brought your snacks, because you're in for some long episodes. Like, we are winning.
Yeah, we're undefeated
games on the Chalkcast Patreon. We're actually cleaning house on the Chalkcast Patreon right now. 10 wins in a row.
Happy to keep that going. But
Yeah, we
Also,
can keep that going.
one last thing too. I don't know if I did it wrong or not. If that number's not the right number, because I just got this phone today, I will let people know, and
Okay.
I'll report back on who gives me some rings for you guys for your future episodes.
Yeah, we're curious. We definitely want to hear about that.
Yeah,
But yeah, the other news that we've got that we want to get Jamesbot's take on before, because I know you got a dip to play hockey in a bit, so we
Yes.
want your take on there was the big Rocket League announcement, and besides obviously the main part of that was Chalk versus First Touch rematch, but there was more in that
Of
as
course.
well. Yeah, did you see much about the big Rocket League announcement, or it's kind of like the
Yeah.
announcement of an announcement? What are your thoughts on that? The big
Yeah.
drop.
I actually was really happy with it. Overall, like, I think for me, I've been worried that Epic was gonna get Rocket League, and it was always gonna take a back seat to Fortnite. and that it wouldn't get as much attention as I had hoped for. But I think with what they've done, how much work they've put into this, it makes me feel like Rocket League is a priority. There's a future for it, and they're spending money on it, like marketing team personnel to make stuff like this, the developers to make the stuff that's going in the game. So I was really happy with it, honestly. There were some things that I would have loved to see. Like, I think for me, the one thing I would have loved to see was for the revamp of clubs to include a club specific playlist.
Team
Is
ranked.
what I would have
Please.
loved to
Correct.
see that. Yeah, I would have loved to see
Same,
that. But I
same.
mean, I can't really complain too much. I think that it's very positive for me. I think we've had some really great updates recently with Rocket League, with like the boost meters, the crossbar sound.
Crossbar ping, yeah.
There's been a lot of really good stuff lately. So I think this is more steps in the right direction, personally.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, Garrett, did you see any of the announcements? Did you take a look into this yet, or are you just waiting for the actual?
I think part 1
drops?
is
'Cause
in the
coming soon.
game. Very gun said.
Oh, it's in the game.
They did the update, but I think the map and stuff isn't out. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I always have this argument with people on Twitch about like, I just don't. Before Epic, there also wasn't any crazy content updates. So like for me, I'm never really let down by the updates because I've never been mind blown. Like there's never been like, whoa, this is a sick. Honestly, the boost meters was probably like the best update of all time to me.
You want the
Nothing had ever happened
features, like
besides
the
that.
pro features, I guess.
Yeah. Besides accidentally adding flip resets, I guess, and which was an accident.
True.
I'm pretty.
It was.
So
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
was
to
an
me,
accident.
it's good. I don't think there's like. I think people's expectations are so high now, even though there's never been an amazing update. I think it's just people being impatient. So to me, it's a good update. I mean, I don't really have any complaints.
Another
big one,
thing I
though.
wanted to say that I thought was really great was the fact that it seems like front and center, like in this update and in this season, is creators and like people in the scene. Like they have Sunless Khan, his like face propped into the big part of part 2 on the update, and they're also having Chalkcast and First Touch titles in the game that have like they're in the game, like it's literally in the game. So I think that the fact they put personalities of the game in the game is huge, and that it's a part of their presentation to the public.
Yeah,
I think it's huge.
We're in the game, boys. We're
I
in the
think it's-
game. We'll
yeah,
have to dive
we'll
into
take
it.
it.
But I think
I'm jealous.
We'll probably hop in once James into the nitty gritty of that. Once James has to leave soon. But yeah, We Are Chalked is in the game, which is absolutely.
Wait, is it actually in the game already? Or is
no,
it
I think
coming
it's
I think it's tomorrow.
live Wednesday.
Oh, it's
live
tomorrow.
Wednesday. But
Okay, so we do need to mention all of you need to get the We Are Chalk title on and then score as many goals as possible, which could be difficult because I know that most of our viewers are terrible at Rocket League. But if you guys could just queue 1v1, I beg you all queue 1v1 for the window that the title battle is open for, and play as much ones as possible because that's where you're going to score the most goals. I'm going to be playing ones. I'm exclusively going to be playing ones with the title on. See how many
I'd
goals
probably
I can
play
get, because
threes. I'll just get heaps of goals anyway. It doesn't really matter what. Probably play
you're not going to
chaos.
score as many goals in threes
I
as
think
ones.
chaos.
You got to play ones.
CJ's a shooter.
Yeah,
He's talking. I think CJ's talking about himself. He's scoring 5 goals per game. What did first
I just know that all the First Touch viewers are the kind of viewers who complain about ones, complain about bumps, demos. They're the kind of viewers who are gonna. I mean, yeah, they're gonna throw the title on, but I know they're gonna be scoring like 0.5 goals per game because they're just gonna be playing threes the whole time. And I know that Chalkcast viewers are much smarter than that. They're gonna play ones and score way more goals. Like if you're playing ones, you're gonna score as many goals as like 3 entire 3v3 teams on average. So that's what I want to see y'all doing. I know that you're all going to do that because you're all believers in the game mode, like we are, which is why we're collaborating with Jamesbot for the 1v1 LAN. So plenty ones. I think is it a week? How long is the activation on for?
Until the major,
a week or something.
That'd be a week.
Oh, it says literally just a week. So yeah, for the week from tomorrow, the 19th, or is it 18th? I don't know. 19th.
Tomorrow's the 18th.
18th.
Goes live on the
18th. It drops.
Yep.
Okay, from the 18th till the 1st or the 2nd, not sure which, something like that. Play as much one, scores many goals, and we're gonna dominate this goal off thing. Is there any? What do we get for that if we win?
Not disclosed, I guess, but
You get to
Pride.
come to
Oh, that's cool.
Worlds. You get to come to Worlds.
Oh,
I for sure don't get to go
Oh,
to Rally. That
a
wasn't
World
the
Seats
prize.
on the line. The other massive part of the update, though, that and this man is in chat, is that Callum the Shogun, the voice of Rocket League, Shogun is
Yes.
officially in the game again because he was
That's
his
cool.
voice is all over Champions Field, but
In
he-
Champions Field.
I got a text.
he got a
Oh.
text. What's the text say?
It says, "Help, Mr. Bot. I had a potential idea for the playoff formats, assuming there will be playoffs. Why not allow non-American players to pick which player they want to in the first round? Thank you, Mohammed."
Yeah.
Oh, thank you,
And
Mohammed.
NA versus the World
That's
is
cool.
certainly going to be featured in that, so that's a great idea.
idea.
Thank you for texting the business line. But back to Shogun. He is in the game and it's live. I think he said right now the new map is in the game with Shogun
voice.
as the announcer. He has got actually, I think he tried to do a lot of toxic voiceovers. I'm not sure how many got through, but one that is confirmed is Shogun telling you that it's time to hit the packs. So if you're not playing well, I think maybe you're getting scored on. That's his voice
so
is in the
funny.
game. So that's really cool that that Epic have hit him up because I would like to listen to Shogun while I'm playing some Rock. Tell me that I'm bad. So absolute W's, and he's just resubbed to me as well. So that's I mean he's actually just paid for this advertisement. But
Resubbed.
yeah,
Oh
he
my
has.
days.
He is the
This
most
guy.
BM announcer of all time in game. So make sure you check out that new map. And yeah, as James said, it's pretty cool to see content creators get involved. James, before you go, because I think once you go, I think we'll really pump up this show match with the boys. But before you go, we did do a bonus episode with you at the World Championships that never went live.
Yeah.
And I think
That
you
was the
lost it.
first. That was my first Chalkcast appearance.
first Chalkcast appearance. I thought it was an
It's
absolute
gone.
banger
We lost it.
because I feel like there's a few OGs, but there's a lot of free to play new viewers and stuff as well that probably just see James as the caster, who's just here and they don't really know, did he play Rocket League, what's his history and stuff.
Just generic caster.
Yeah,
number
just
3.
generic caster. But I think you've got a very interesting story coming into. I know you've only got kind of 5 minutes with us here, but I'd love if you could just kind of dive into how you got into Rock, how you got here today, like your gaming.
Yeah.
What's your elevator story when somebody asks you what have you
what's your
done?
elevator
How
story?
did you
It's very
make it to
interesting.
that? Because you tell somebody what you do, they're like, "How did you end up doing that?" And you've only got 2 minutes. What are you going to tell them to try and make it make sense?
I mean, I've always loved making content that has not been successful. That's probably one of my main hobbies before I got into esports. I actually was making a lot of content, or like I was learning how to make content. I made content in Counter-Strike Go, where I would like buy cases, open them, and then use them to, I'm trying to get a knife. And then if I didn't get a knife, I would gamble the skins on CSGO Lounge.
Very
I
healthy.
did that
Nice,
on
nice.
Very smart.
the Twitch, and I had like a fake gaming team called the Digital Dream Team, and I was DDT Jamesbot, which DDT is also a poison. But I learned how to make content doing projects like that. I ended up taking my skills from that and helping evolve esports broadcasts that were on ESL, which was 1 Monster versus 4 Hunters. Learned how to run an esports broadcast. When Rocket League came out, I dropped CSGO instantly. I played Rocket League at Dragon Ball Z Party in 2016, summer 2016. And it was instantly my favorite game. Played it every single day. Gibbs hosted, or Cloud Fuel hosted a tournament for PC because the original Rocket League tournament was on PS4. All of them from ESL were PS4 tournaments. And Cloud Fuel hosted a PC tournament, and I played in it, and I got knocked out by Gibbs and Cosmic Aftershock in the semifinals.
Good team. I heard.
And I said, I have to do this. So Cloud Fuel, when he was planning Rocket Royale, I said, hey man, I can help you run the broadcasts. I know how to do it from Evolve. We worked together alongside Rocket League Garage, which was Vice Gold and Quest Ferret, to produce RLC events. And then Twitch partnered with Psyonix to run the RLCS, and they said, hey, you guys doing these Rocket Royales, do you wanna do this thing for real? I said, yes, I do. And that's the beginning of it.
You're at Twitch.
That's sick.
Just running Rocket League.
I was.
Purely.
Yeah, so originally in the first season, I was just contracted to be a talent, but I was also working. Like, I made a whole behind-the-scenes video of season 1. If you go look at my old YouTube channel, go Jamesbot, go on YouTube. I made a behind-the-scenes series, and in that, you can see me actually walking out of my old job at Steelcase to go fly to Burbank to commentate the RLCS for fun on the weekends. But then after the first season, I said, hey, you guys, if you need help at Twitch actually running the league, I have corporate experience working at Steelcase. Do you guys need anybody? And they said, yeah, we'll take you on. You can come on board and help us run the RLCS. So I joined Twitch. I helped operate the RLCS. I was also on-screen talent for the RLCS. But then eventually Psyonix took back over. I moved to the Twitch Rivals team and then was doing Rocket League independently. But then, that was just too much to juggle because Rocket League was blown up back in the day.
Yeah.
Like there was so many things to commentate, like CRL, Dream Hacks, all this stuff. And so I'm like, well, can't do both anymore. So me and my wife decided to move back to Michigan. I resigned from Twitch, and since 2020, I've only been doing Rocket League independently.
That's sick. I
It-
mean,
Community grassroots.
I mean, I know. Yeah, I know most of that like independently, but yeah, hearing this story is really interesting. We might need to get you back for another bonus episode and
Definitely.
do like or another I mean, we'll definitely have you back on for another live episode and just do like a deep dive on Jamesbot and the history of Jamesbot. Because yeah, I know you got to go in a minute, but as you before you go, I see like a lot of discussions about like the East or the Rocket League esports. What's it called? The American mountain with like the faces on it.
the
I'm sorry,
Mount
I forgot what
Rushmore.
it is.
Mount Rushmore.
That's
Mount
the one, Mount
Rushmore,
Rushmore.
yeah.
That one. I'm really sorry. I know that's a big deal over there. But yeah, there's always discussions about who should be on there from like the players, and there's like a big debate all the time, and it's a really fun debate to have because all of the Europeans like myself don't really know what it is. We're trying to like make suggestions. Maybe we're not very good at it, but you're for me in my head at least. Like an absolute like certainty on the Rocket League.
Oh, dude, you are too
like
kind. That's crazy. I don't know about
oh,
that, Johnny.
that's serious. Like in terms of like the Rocket League, like esports community like tournaments world. Oh, without a shadow of a doubt, there's no
Well,
question.
I appreciate
Clyde
that.
Fuel as
Yeah, you
well.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Cloud Fuel, 100%.
I
You,
think
Clyde Fuel, 100%
that-
includes no questions asked, and then we can
There's-
have a discussion about the last two.
Yeah, I think if you guys did bring me back to talk about that, we would talk a lot about Cloud Fuel. Like because Cloud
We
Fuel
should, yeah.
was at the epicenter for so much of the early stuff, and he actually has a really interesting story. He went from unemployed. He was unemployed during the Rocket League Central stuff to
That's crazy.
making it at Twitch. So
Wow.
he
He was the best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was I owe so much to Cloud Fuel. I even like
We all do. Yeah.
every like I love, I wish that I need to connect with him again because back in the day we spent so much time together on Ventrilo and in the team speaks,
Ventrilo, yeah.
it's like it's a fun story. I love talking about it and I appreciate that, Johnny. I if I made it on any Mount Rushmore for any category, I would be stoked. Even if it was for like something that doesn't matter, like beer league
Famous
hockey.
for a Rocket League topper, Mount Rushmore, maybe.
Yeah,
You could make
I
it
would
that
take
one.
that. I would take it.
Yeah.
It's cool though
Nah,
because
we'll-
you're a
we'll revisit
massive
that.
reason why Rocket League blew up. I guess the esport as well, but also with our events we're running now, could be a massive reason why Rocket League stays alive. So,
Well, I think it's. I mean, it just, I
You've
think
done
it's
everything.
really. It's an honor. It's an honor to get to be a part of something that people remember and look back at as this is when I became a fan of someone, or this is when a moment happened that was really special. Like for the
Yeah.
because I got to help plan the BTS stuff, so seeing the whole like Farah Airbus and Team France
He
thing
doesn't like that
happen,
one.
I think he really likes it, but I don't know. But
Iconic.
and then like for instance, at the Gold Rush with Dapper when he played Cookser and he
Yeah,
gave a lot
yeah.
of North American people like an identity to really follow and support. People loved Dapper when he busted onto the scene, and it was super awesome to see him compete against Cookser. So it's just cool. I love like CJ said, it's fun doing cool stuff. I love doing it, and I hope we can keep doing it. Maybe our time on this wild esports train will come to an end at some point, and I'll be, I'm happy to be drilling up drywall boards somewhere if I have to. Like I'm not kidding. I'll
That's
do
fun
anything.
as well. Actually,
I will do
don't mind
anything
that.
I have to. I actually own a drywall gun as well. I have
Yeah,
drywall.
it's
It's like,
fun-
really,
fun
you
job,
guys,
very
you
satisfying.
guys have any drywalls you need to put on
Let's go lighting everything. Drywall at your lad. We got it.
No shit. It's like I'm saying, like I am happy to do any job that I can get. So I would very much appreciate, I appreciate getting to do the esports stuff because I love it. But if the dream comes to an end, I'm happy to work anywhere I got to.
I know the last
Do
people
whatever I
at the
have
door
to.
will definitely be like the people like Jamesbots who are the people. They were the first people in the door,
The
like doing
passion.
it when it made no money,
Yeah.
because they just wanted to see it work out. And if your Rocket League esports does die, then I know it's not going to really die. I feel like it can't die unless they delete Rocket League servers. The only way it could die, because there will always be like the Jamesbots of the world keeping it alive by building lands with their drywall gun. And making sure that
It'll
there's
keep
Gotta
still
build
something to
sets
compete
somehow.
for.
But thanks, James, for one for bringing us
Yeah, thank you,
for
man.
being a guest today, but also letting us hop on the ride of the Ascension Protocol experience. Hopefully, we can keep cooking, and let's make this thing
No,
as
and-
big as possible. Jamesbot.net/begging or shop.
Or
Thank you so
shop
much.
as well.
I do have to
yeah.
go. I do have to go here, and I want to say thank you guys so much for having me, and truly thank you and your community for already buying a ton of these community sponsorships. And I really appreciate you guys working with me, and I'm thankful that you guys stepped in to help make this as best of event as it can be.
Thank you, W. James.
W. James.
All right, I got to
Williams.
go play beer league hockey now. I'm the captain, so I can't.
All right, go. Don't be late.
Good luck,
Don't be
James.
late.
All right. Bye-bye.
See you, James.
Bye-bye.
See you,
See ya.
James.
Bye, chat. Bye, Chalkcast.
W. James, thank you. What
W.
an
James
absolute! I mean,
Williams.
he is the perfect man because to partner with for tournaments. One, because he's a Mount Rushmore of Rocket League itself, but also he as someone said, what does he not own? He's got the entire producing kit. This guy is a solo producer / extra caster. This guy is a jack of all trades. So
Did we just find out that he's a hoarder right now? Is Jamesbot a hoarder?
He's got a
Is that what
drywall
we've actually
gun.
discovered here? He's just
He's-
his wife's like, no, we don't need a drywall gun. He's like, nah, we might need it someday.
But boys, we got a problem. We got a problem because
We do.
as you guys have seen, we have the show match has been announced. We are going to be playing First Touch. One, we're competing against them with these in-game titles. This who's going to score the most goals. But Captain, we got a problem because I feel like in order to have a 3v3 show match, you need
a third.
I think you just need all three of us there. So I'm not sure how this has happened that Johnny is not. I think that's step one. Get us all there. So this is can we 2v3 them, do you think?
I reckon you should have a pretty good chance. I mean, I'm pretty terrible at Rocket League, but fortunately, First Touch are pretty bad as well. So I think you guys would have a fighting chance 2v3. Or we might have to find a replacement if you guys got any ideas for like replacements. But we need to really find someone who like sucks at Rocket League because Garrett's obviously really like. I mean, no offense to our CEO. I hope he's not listening or I'm about to get fired. But Garrett's a pretty big upgrade on Rizzo.
Massive, we're talking about me and Garrett here. Like, there's this guy. Our CEO is so far down in the
like our CEO even on like 7 hours past 2 and like doesn't play Rocket League ever these days. We still took First Touch to like 2 overtimes, which let's be honest, we should have won. We threw. It's fine. We threw.
It's on us. Definitely thrown.
We definitely threw. Even with Rizzo and 7 hours past 2. Now we got Garrett, who's on the grind. We tried to make a bonus episode for the Patreon the other day. We're like, let's play some threes. We're just sitting in the queue, thinking, why can't we get a game? And then we find out Garrett's like rank 15 or something in threes. And so we can't get a game because he's too high rated. Like, what are we doing? We're just going to sit for half an hour.
And he's like 16. I was like, what, 1600 in the world?
1600? 16? Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, Garrett's a pretty good player, and yeah, obviously Rizzo's like a really solid player still. Even in 0 hours, he's still very good. But Garrett's an excellent player. Made RLCS main events like extremely recently. So yeah, we need to find somebody who's properly bad. Like
I was gonna say,
my level is a limit. Honestly, I think we might need to find. I mean, I with my huge ego, I'm telling the guys they need to find somebody worse than me. But maybe that's just my ego talking. Maybe
no. I was gonna
somebody better,
say, in reply to the 2v3 thing, I think some thirds could make it harder than the 2v3. Honestly,
like
so
a traffic
we'll see.
cone that's in the way. You know, you just
we'll see. When we were joking, back when we were joking at Birmingham, did I actually think a show match would happen? No, not at all.
And you're
I did
feeling
not
the
think,
pressure,
like I
aren't
said.
you?
It's more about, it's more about in my head, it's a lose-lose situation.
Like, you're all about lose-lose situations.
That's all I find myself in. I don't know what I did. I just keep getting into another lose. No, it'll be fun. I haven't played on Sage in a long. I don't even remember what it was like though. So it'll be like it'll be cool. I was sitting there thinking about it. I was like, I didn't know the G2 match would be the last match I ever played on Sage. Obviously, this is a different show match, but it'll be. I am glad I'll just get to do it one more time
Still
at
counts.
least, just for fun. Yeah, just to get to do it one more time. Because I didn't think that'd be the last time, during the playoffs or whatever. So it'll be fun.
Maybe this won't be the
But
last
yeah.
time though. We win this, and then it's it's 1-1. We need the rematch.
Part 3,
the
yeah,
best of
that's
3
possible.
in Leon. It's just gonna become like a permanent
Leon.
feature of every RLCS. All right,
people
now
want it,
where are
we'll do it.
That's what I keep joking about too. What John said, I couldn't let Justin return without me. So somehow I ended up going back with him
True.
on a different
hilarious.
level. But no, it'll be cool. It'll be fun. I don't know what to expect though. It's gonna be interesting for sure. I don't know. How are you feeling about it, CJ?
I'm
How are you?
feeling good.
I mean,
we've been
I'm
telling
feeling
Garrett
based
about it.
on previous experience. I mean, I'm feeling very good about this. I feel like Rizzo.
Yeah, you were
was
feeling very good last time
Rizzo
as well.
just completely sandbagged us. Like he was.
But okay,
I don't know
here's the other thing though is you keep hard blaming Rizzo. So in my head, I'm like, if we
Oh,
lose,
you think? No, I'm not. That's fine.
am I gonna?
well,
am I just gonna take up the Rizzo
No,
spot?
you can't be because you're too good though. Like you're extremely good.
You
Like
just need
genuinely,
two
we
thumbs.
played
I
rugby
need
the other
two
day. I was
thumbs
like,
from
why
you.
did this?
I'm
Why
happy.
did this guy retire? Like this guy's he's still excellent Rocket League player. What is going on?
No, it'll be fun though.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. I like to think the other part of this, and it's a common theme in my channel is Roldes is brought up quite frequently from my chatters. I think we're on a better I think we're at a better point. He's laughed at a few of my jokes over the last year. So, I think we're at a better point.
What happened with you and Roldes? Did you have some beef
Roldes
I'm
was
not
just
aware
the
of?
energy. He led the charge on the energy hate
He did.
during the downfall. He
Oh,
did
I
lead the charge.
It's
see.
personal.
He led the
It is
charge.
personal.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was, it was definitely he definitely led the charge, but it is what it is. There were very very hateable things about us. I'll give him that. There definitely it was slam dunks on the things to hate about us. To be honest, I'll be honest. I mean, did I disagree with him on a lot of stuff? No, but he did say it. So, there was a little time there where it's still brought up in my chat. That's how he was known as leading the charge for that. That was if you wanted to
Right,
hate on
okay.
energy, you tuned into the Roldes watch party. That
I
was it.
see.
But
I see.
I think we're on better terms nowadays. But was
I
it a
hope you're not.
thought
Let's
that
do a
crossed my
Rocket League
mind
boxing
with the
match.
show match? Boxing match. I think Roldes works out consistently. I mean, I've got the height advantage.
You're the reach.
I got the reach.
You're the reach. Rocket League
I've got the
boxing.
reach.
Look, there's content angles everywhere. But no, I think for me as well, it's you talk about going back on land with Justin, but it is pretty cool that I'll be playing with the person that retired me now. Look, a full circle a few years later, me and the
That's true.
captain are back together. This time on the same team. So I'm looking forward to it. I mean, the captain's nervous. He's thinking about the lose-lose. I'm thinking about the win-win. I think this is going to be a celebration of Chalkcast. And everyone wants Johnny to come back on. Like, we're going to have the rematch as well, but it is going to be weird to not have the actual full Chalkcast crew.
Yeah, it kind of sucks. It does kind of suck. But I guess like the full French crowd wouldn't care either. So like that would have been weird.
I was saying to like I think it was discussed at some point like at one of it must have been at Birmingham or like after the show match last year. Like it must have been at Birmingham because there was no confirmation of France. So yeah, probably at Birmingham. Like thoughts on like Chalked FT at Lyon. I was like, there's absolutely no way that's the most
No one cares.
interesting match for that demographic. There's a 0% chance.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if we have any French viewers in the chat right now, but in my mind, I'm just thinking like, surely we want to see like a KC creators like Kamito plus,
cool.
with Kamito plus pros against
Like K-Dot
plus
Fairy
pros, or
1v1
it has to be
crazy.
K-Dop.
I hope K-Dop goes. Surely he goes, right?
Yeah, there
He
has
would be
to
the
be
most
like a
famous person in the
million.
building.
There has to be a million better options than like Chalked FT for Lyon specifically. I don't think it works there, but it works really well for Rally. Except for the fact that I'm not there because I wasn't hired. So
yeah, I think people are going to be kind of mad about that.
But yeah, a lot of people think I'm still baiting. I'm not baiting.
I think Epic thought you were baiting as well.
They're not going to believe you. They're not going to believe you.
I was baiting. Yeah, they're like, all right, Johnny. Yeah, very, very funny. You're
Very
not
funny,
casting.
but
Okay, but Yeah,
Yeah.
good one. You can stop. I was like, no, dead serious. We're not casting. Yeah, the EU casters. We're just gonna be view partying this one because they didn't want to hire everybody, so I'm not there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that stinks.
I guess one thing we are going to be there for though is the in-game title experience that we need you guys to get on board for, because once this goes, I think on the YouTubes when this goes live, because I'm not currently live on YouTube, the VOD will be in-game. We Are Chalked will be an in-game
Yes,
title
this
that
is
you
the
can
this
use.
is the big one. We
This
have
is
to win
big.
this as well.
This is the one we can win with Johnny, because we can all do
Yeah, I
it
can win this
from-
one. This is big for me. I can win this
we
one.
can all win it from home, but we need everyone to rock I think theirs is First Touch Crew, their title, and we are
No, it
Chalked.
doesn't matter. Nobody's using that. Boring.
One, it's a better title, We Are Chalked as well. I mean, it's universal. I feel
Facts.
like you can use that. If you jump in a game, your teammates already got We Are Chalked as a title. You probably doesn't give off the best energy, I'd say, to say it's over already. We're screwed. We're chalked. But we
What do you
wanted
mean? It
something
gives off the
that's
greatest energy because that's the energy where when you accept that you're chalked,
yeah, okay.
then
I
it's
like
kind of
that.
becomes a win-win because if
pressure.
you win when you're chalked, then wow, I mean we even won on our worst day, and if you lose when you're chalked, well obviously we're chalked, so of course we're gonna lose. Like it's a win-win. So that's why we need Garrett to be thinking win-win, not lose-lose.
No, I'm excited, but I am gonna be a little nervous. I'm not even gonna lie. I haven't I forget what it's like playing on stage. It's like once a few years goes by, it's such a weird experience that you can't like relive it in your head. Like it's just like odd. Like
Yeah.
going and playing a game in front of a crowd is just so weird. But
It's
it'll
okay.
be fun.
T-Bates will be more nervous than you. I can guarantee it.
Yeah.
T-Bates was a wreck. He was accidentally backflipping, getting dusted by me, and I'm not pushing 30. I'm pulling 30. I'm still dusting T-Bates on land. So this guy's like a nervous wreck. You're not gonna have any issues. Yes, like demoing him 7 times a game. He's gonna be a shambles.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
I already know you saw him in chat earlier too, and you're really going in on him.
No, I actually talk about T-Bates like this all the time. This isn't like
Yeah, this is normal.
this isn't anything special.
With or without teammates, this is
Oh, that's funny.
typical
That'll be-
teammate slander.
It'll be cool too because I didn't get to go on stage for the retirement thing for certain reasons. Which it makes sense. Like they don't, we're still signing up, so I think that was a big like, why did we let this guy go on stage and then he made the main event, a month later?
Yeah.
No, it'll be cool. I'm excited for it. It'll be
Captain
fun.
on stage.
Did you guys get practice setups, or is it just like, all right, time to go?
Oh,
Time
we
to
had
get
to
up? Were you
yoink
guys
it. We
scrimming?
had to,
We caught FT scrimming one
in the
night. It was
Pioneers
so
practice room.
funny. Yeah, we
Oh,
caught
really?
them scrimming. Yeah, we were like
Oh,
we were
that's
just our back.
hilarious.
I think we were like recording our content video, the video that they played before the match. We did that for hours. We put a lot of time into that, and then we like went to the player practice bit. But now it's like 10 p.m. Event finished at 6 or something. It's late, and they've
Oh my
been
God, they're
practicing
grinding.
the whole time. Yeah, they're on the
They're in
grind.
there in their suits
we
still.
couldn't get Rizzo on the grind to save ourselves. I think we could like
That's funny.
Rizzo could not grind. Like there was nothing we could do to get him to grind.
Oh.
So
He did
we
not
just didn't
wanna
even.
Really,
touch
just
the
let
game.
him
Didn't
play?
even try.
He would not.
No,
Yeah.
well, he didn't arrive until a bit later, but nah, we didn't have a lot of time / motivation to play. We just wanted to go get Korean barbecue or like get some food somewhere, go do something else outside of the venue.
I'll be 1v1ing people at the booth, so I'll be getting my reps in. So
Oh,
we're
nice,
good.
nice. Yeah,
You're just
I'll,
gonna get
I'll,
clipped
I'll stay
on by
Losing to
5-year-olds.
9-year-olds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be ready.
You try to do a good deed, and then
I'm gonna queue with some OCE
He just
pros
strikes back.
in the next few days, just to brush up, make sure I'm ready for that.
Oh, that's what I was gonna ask you, CJ. Who do you think's gonna actually Who do you think's gonna? I'm talking about the 1v1 LAN, or
Yeah.
who's gonna be realistically qualifying for that? Like, do you think everyone's gonna play it, like Banana Head and?
No, I would hope so. I think that well,
No,
obviously
who
the
do
top
you think wins?
the top teams, the problem is they have what is it, EWC.
Things coming up. Yeah.
Yeah, they get back then. So not all will play, but I'm hoping that obviously we'll do some direct invites to like the playoffs and stuff as well. So there'll be open quals, there'll be invites for every qualifier.
Who would it be if everyone plays? You think Banana Head?
Gus and Caleb have been really good. Super Locky. Banana Head never plays in it, but he would be like a top. So
Okay.
I think like Hunter as well. He didn't play in the ones, but he's pretty good fiber. Kind of hoping
Okay,
it's.
I was just curious.
I'm hoping it's someone that wins.
'Cause-
It's going to be good content as well because we're all about the content
Yeah.
at our
We are about the
end.
content. Yeah.
So I'm going to invite the top guys, get them in because I want to see them there. But it just depends if they want to play, particularly wildcard TSM, because they'll be at both. Well, they've got 3 lands, I guess, coming up.
Yeah, that's a lot of flying.
Travel, but it would be cool for SSA because obviously they lost their land spot, so this will be the first time. Then APAC as well. APAC, you've got obviously Sphinx. He got second in the APAC 1v1. He lost to the entirety of Saudi Arabia, I think, signed up for that event. Based on looking at the.
He took Shadi to the grand final, game
Shadi in the
7. He took
final.
him to game 7. Yeah, it was a good performance. Shadi thought he could play in that and Mina. He thought he could play both, but then he found out after signing up to APAC that he could no longer play Mina. Otherwise, he wouldn't have done that allegedly. So that was a bit unfortunate.
He probably did the smartest move. Like, I mean, Nupo and Roas, like, he probably got the most prize money. I know it's kind of like, a little.
Maybe Shadi
Why'd he do that?
can win. Shadi's very good. I think he's beaten Roas before in a best of 5 or 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think winning that would have been extremely difficult, of course. Although I'm sure he would have liked to challenge himself to do that because he is very good at once.
Yeah. I'm not very good at
He's great. I know. I'm just saying. I wasn't saying he's bad. I mean, come on now. I'm just saying. At the end of the day, it probably was the most prize
most
money that was most likely. Yeah, I'm just saying. It wasn't a
probability
a dig at
wise.
Shadi. Yeah.
He ran the numbers. But yeah,
top 4 in Mina is better than winning APAC. Is actually, I think
For-
Shadi had a
for
great
prize?
chance at top 4 in APAC.
Oh.
Yeah, I think prize money might have been actually a bit more.
Oh, I thought they were all the
towards-
same. That's
I
okay.
don't
That
think
makes more sense.
so.
Or maybe he's just saying it's a better like.
Oh no, he's
direct-
just misinfo.
Oh, okay.
Let me check. I'm curious.
That's the only reason I said that because I thought the prize money
Mhm.
was the same for all of them.
Yeah.
One
So
million
I'm not
prize
gonna
money
lie.
it was a lot. It was a lot of money for the
Yeah.
ones prize
it
money.
was a lot. It was like 40.
It was high. Just because, especially because you don't have to share it with like other players, it makes it pretty big deal.
But yeah, we'll be running that one's LAN. Someone said so excited you guys will be Jamesbot for Ascension Protocol. Yeah, we want to help do cool stuff. That's why we have we kind of do this. That's why we have the Patreon. We've done the Korea trip. Now we want to run some Rocket League events. So it's hopefully, if it goes well, once again, if we get your support, just watching as well, buying those community sponsorships, that will go a long way to us doing them again. But for now, we need the We Are Chalked title to be rocked and goals
And that's
to be
from
scored
18th, right?
from the
18th of
live
18th
tomorrow
of
or today.
June for a week. So yeah, check. Maybe it's already today by the time you're watching this. We need y'all repping that title in game, scoring as many goals as possible. I'm going to be playing ones to do that. Obviously, Garrett's going to be playing ones to practice for his 1v1 match against CJ in a month, and CJ's going to be playing ones to practice his 1v1 match against Garrett in a month.
I'm playing
And
threes.
we're going to be
for the
scoring
Showmatch.
stacks of goals.
I'll be
for the
grinding.
Showmatch. That also makes sense.
Twos.
Actually, yeah, 2s for Showmatch. Yeah, rank 3s is not comparable. Actually, it might be comparable to playing against FT, to be honest.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah,
pretty similar.
like US
anyway,
West
yeah,
threes.
yeah. Just score as many goals as possible, and maybe we'll get something else. Maybe another title. Maybe our title will glow if that happens. I don't know. Maybe I'm not. I actually don't know. I am speculating here. Imagine the winning team, everybody who had that title, and now becomes a glowing title. We need to ask that right now. Can we do that when we win? Can our title glow for
But
everyone?
can you only pick one? Is that how it works? Do you guys know? Or is it just wearing it? Like
I
you
think
probably
it's
get
when
both.
wearing
you
it.
score.
Wearing it, yeah.
Whenever, wearing it while you score. Yeah, having it on.
That
while
would be
you score a
cool
goal.
if they made it where you can only get one. So like you have to
It's
lock in.
Yeah, you have to lock in.
Yeah.
I would like that as well. Yeah.
I want to see the
you can't
numbers
go
as well.
flop.
I think we've got them. I think we'll have more people rocking We Are Chalked. I think we'll have more people scoring goals. I believe.
Tell everyone.
I believe in the community.
Tell everyone you know.
Yeah.
To rep the title when it drops.
Yeah.
It's has to be a win there.
Yeah, make sure
I'm not gonna lie, when you
rock it.
guys brought up Gibbs, I went on a hunt and found a bunch of old power ranking posts, but I could not
is
find
he
the one where
toxic?
he says well, there's only one
is
where
it
he makes
written
a dig at us.
like it's not like a
Yeah.
bot?
It's
Oh.
individual. So this one was written by Gibbs. This
Uh-huh.
was it reached character limit. Shoot. But he basically said he could see us quickly exiting RLCS at the end of it. But I can't find the one where he talks about not being able to see us from the Eiffel Tower.
Like the horizon.
I wanted to find
or
it so bad. Yeah. But I thought it was funny.
That's a tough one. I don't know why he's trying to. He thought he was a bit of a comedian back then, did he? Old Gibbs. Thought he was trying to be a little bit funny.
He's a little bit of a sports writer back then.
Oh, yeah.
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 Yeah,
Oh well,
so
what I
funny.
do know, Garrett, is you hold a grudge. It's been 10 years.
Do I hold a grudge? No, I just
Clearly.
Jamesbot brought it up.
You're
James
keeping
brought it up.
receipts. I mean, you're
Two-
looking for receipts right now. You're doing your tax return from 9 years
No, I
ago.
love Gibbs, bro. I love Gibbs. When we won Worlds, I got into the bus and Gibbs is shirtless, like shaking his shirt around and rubbing his belly and stuff. I have no
Yep.
hate against Gibbs, but he did say something so crazy, and then we ended up making the LAN. So it's just like, thank you, Gibbs. Maybe he was maybe he gave us the fire we needed back then.
He caster blessed you by saying that you're gonna lose.
Oh, 100%. I mean, I was definitely toxic when I was 15, so I was probably really mad at the time. 100%. But, hey, it worked out.
Shirtless Gibbs.
Shirtless Gibbs lives on in Leaf X's stream.
True.
Is one of the view parties of all time. But I think, look, we haven't really talked about this. Can we get another live app? I want to do we need to do a full major preview for the Chalks. So I think we should.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Do we? When do you actually leave for the major, you guys? When is the departure? It's like 2 weeks from now, so we have like 2 more before you leave.
I leave Tuesday.
The
Next
major
Tuesday.
next week.
Yeah, next week.
Oh yeah, sorry, next week. Yeah, we have 1 more. I'm thinking about the quals.
Yeah,
so
I
we
leave.
have 1 more, then you leave.
Yeah, I think we should do a Sunday night Chalked. Is that possible?
Sunday night is
Yeah.
that's fine.
I
That
think so.
works. So a major preview chalked because this was a bit of a different one where we're updating you guys about our big plans and why we've been missing, what we've been up to.
Chalkcast title. We're hosting a LAN. Big one. 2 big announcements coming out and Showmatch as well. But yeah, we'll do a full major preview after that. But yeah, shout out to James for jumping on the show. Shout out to you guys for your support. That means we can do cool stuff. And look what we've done. We've started this on a whim with obviously our CEO Rizzo. We've added the captain, and now we have a titling game. So that's pretty cool. Just because you guys
Super cool.
watching the show, and we've now done it for 114 episodes. And we're nearly hitting 100 bonus episodes as well on the Patreon, which is absolutely crazy.
Yeah, we need to do something for that because 97 came out this week. Then we got a couple more before the big 100. So we need to think of something. We need to do a special app.
Yeah.
Did our threes one already come out?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, just
Did we
called
get any
the- it's called-
comments?
It's called the movie. I mean, did anybody in
It's
chat watch the
hour and
threes
20
episode?
minutes. Just
It's an hour and 20 minutes of us playing ranked threes at around.
We gotta
about-
do
I
that
think
again.
We finished 1500-ish,
That was fun.
so we'll have to keep going. It's US West 1500 rating. We won 10 games in a row. We were playing against actually some APAC pros at the end who were also playing with high ping. Respect.
They were good.
So we actually had an advantage against them in ping, which is rare on the US West server. But yeah, we should continue that at some point. See how far we can take it.
Yeah, that was fun.
That's yeah. I think we found something there.
We did.
We'll finish off with some Patreon questions to round out the episode. From Nathan the Swan. I don't know this question, but I know Rizzo isn't here, but I still have to say that solo queue was one of the most entertaining events I've ever seen. The competition production and concept. Can we expect to see a solo queue too, and possibly an international two mix up? Well, that's what we're talking about. Maybe if this goes well, we can expand to a 2v2. Top players in the world all randomly queuing together. Best Rocket League content I could ask for. Yeah, I think one of the best things about LANs is when the teams are boot camping and then you get to see, the captain playing with some European players or whoever's boot camping. I think that's like the coolest thing about LAN. One of the cool things is the week before when all the LAN teams are in the same spot. Everyone's playing ranked. So
Agreed. Yeah.
we'll see.
Yep.
2v2s.
Things are resetting the season though. That's the only thing that sucks.
I think it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Well, they've done it a few times, and then no one has the time to like get really high ranked while they're like at the boot camp. So we'll see. Hopefully everyone grinds it.
I think the race to rank 1 will be a lot more, I guess, fair.
Yeah.
Because everybody starts from the same rating.
Speaking of mix-ups, this is got another question here. Beef. I want to link it so you guys can read the team names, but he says if you could mix up AC, NRG, and Falcons into these 3 teams. Who would win in a round robin style tournament? So which team is the best of these 3? He's got Team 1, Beast Mode, Rawas and Drali. Team 2, Daniel, TRK, Atto. Team 3, Atomic, Clear, Batira. Beast Mode?
Ooh.
Oh, I already have.
I think that's
feel like
one.
that's the
I'm
beast mode.
picking, yeah.
I think that, yeah.
Riley's
it's
The
the
beast
just,
mode
too.
one.
Yeah.
What was it? Beast mode, Rally, Rawas, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Dan,
Yeah,
TRK,
that's kind of
Atto.
overpowered.
I think that's like a perfect team comp. Like,
Yeah.
That's like perfect.
Yeah, Beef, terrible question.
It does
Come
sound
on,
very
better
good.
teams.
But wait, what was the Atomic team? Atomic, Batira, and who again? Clears.
Clears.
I think that might be a sleeper pick. I think that might be a sleeper choice because Batira and Atomic are 2 of the players in Rocket League history who have done extremely well on multiple different rosters. Like you just plug them into any roster, they're amazing. Whereas like
Atomic is so underrated somehow.
yeah,
he's everywhere.
he's entering in my mind at NA GOAT convo, and for some reason he's still underrated. But yeah, I think that might be the sleeper pick, the Atomic one, because the Atomic Vatira one, because it doesn't matter what team you put Vatira on, he's amazing. Doesn't matter what team you put Atomic on, he's amazing. But like Beast Mode, Daniel, sometimes like they had the pretty bad run together in RLCS with Com. Daniel was pretty mid with LJ in the team. I don't know, like those guys are a little bit more like inconsistent with certain teammates. They need the right mesh. Atomic and Vatira, I feel like anyone.
Yeah.
Clears could just be unreal, as we know as well. So that might be my sleeper pick there.
Yeah, a few of the other questions here are sort of more Raleigh major related. A few questions as well.
We can save those for next week.
Yeah,
maybe,
we'll save those
for the
next
Rally
week.
major ones.
And for a few questions, few people asking about the top 25, Johnny. Maybe stay tuned.
Yeah, I'm gonna be tweeting out an announcement about that tomorrow. So this is an announcement of an announcement. I'm gonna tweet out an announcement tomorrow.
Rally major
The top
rankings
25.
coming up. But yeah, we'll do one more live ep before we head away. Another bonus ep as well. Shout out to the patrons. And once again, if you guys want to support this tournament that we're putting on, it would really, yeah, as we said, we're in the red. We'd like to hit the green so we can go in the red again. Make sure you support it. That's jamesbot.net/shop. We can sell all those community sponsorships. We will be very, very happy. And if you guys just want to donate to the event itself, or you're feeling a bit spicy, jamesbot.net/begging, !LAN in chat will take you to the shop. The begging link as well. Yes, if you guys want to donate. I'm not sure why he made it begging, but yeah.
It's just a very honest name for it. I mean, it is what it is, right?
Begging for
the
money.
donation button is kind of a begging button on Twitch, so that's just a very honest approach there. I respect it.
Except
But yeah,
it goes towards
the
a good
shop,
cause.
you actually do get something, so that's probably the one to start with if you haven't. I mean, if you're gonna go to the begging, I'd say look at the shop first. Then once you've done all your shopping, begging can be after.
Already
That's,
sold
like, the order you wanna
11
do it in.
community sponsorships. You guys are absolutely cooking. Let's go. Let's get
That's
these things
class.
sold out. We'll be pumping them out, promoting them out, I guess, over the next month on our streams. And yeah, we want to make this really fun. I think it's cool to be able to actually just run a LAN ourselves and do what we want. That's going to be fun.
Absolutely. Might have to buy one of these. Like, I'm gonna buy one of these. I'm not even lying. These title credits. I want to be in the title credits with the legends who are buying them.
Yep. This is a
139
good
stock.
150 to be a part of. So shout out to you guys who are supporting. We'll read you out, mate. You can drop a little note in there that we can read during the LAN. So yeah, shout out, make sure you jump on. And that is it for today's episode. Shout out to James for coming on. We will be live for a full Raleigh major preview Sunday night, pending anything changing. And see you guys there. Jump on that link and make sure you're rocking We Are Chalked in game.
That's right.
That's it for today's ep. Guys, on the Sunday or maybe 5.
Yep. See you on Sunday or till 25. Before that,
Bye.
potentially. Check out tomorrow. Bye bye.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow. Stay tuned.